difficult for that matter, but some homeowners still have to move if they get a job transfer or something like that. Instead of messing with the housing market, some are just trading their houses, kind of swapping them. It's the newest trend in the realty world. With us now to explain what it's all about, real estate analyst Dani Babb. And so, Danielle, I got a house in Sheboygan, I got transferred to Dallas, and I can't sell my house. What do? I call and say, hey, you want to trade with me?
Well, basically, yes. You use a site, either Craigslist, if you want to, make it really basic, or sites like onlineHouseTrading.com, which handle the title and escrow aspects of selling a home. And basically, you find another match. You find someone who wants to live where you live and has a home in the area you need to be in, and you essentially swap houses. Now, there's a few ways to do this. People always ask, well, how does it work? It really depends on the type of loan that each person has. So if the person, let's say you want to move from, Dallas to New York, and that's where the swap is. If the person in New York has an assumable loan, the person in Dallas can assume it. Now, obviously, in some cases, there's going to be a difference in the value of the home, and that's a big problem. So what we're starting to see is people throw in, okay, my home is in Las Vegas, your home is in Los Angeles. I'm going to give you my car, my boat, and 2 houses. You give me your house in LA, and we'll make the swap.
So what happens if I just want to write the other person a check and he writes me a check, and instead of going through the loan process, I can kind of cut out the middlemen, right? The mortgage lenders and the realtors?
Yeah, well, that's basically a for sale by owner transaction where both people are selling by owner. You do still need to use a title and escrow company to make sure that the title is clear to protect yourself. But right now there are about 20,000 people that have successfully done a quote-unquote house swap. And if you go on Craigslist right now, you will see hundreds of thousands of people across the nation trying to trade houses rather than try and sell it in the market today.
It seems to me, Danielle, that it's kind of a recipe to get burned for a lot of people because, let's face it, you moved to Dallas and you had a perfectly good house back in Sheboygan, and now you're in Dallas and this house is falling down around you and you've already traded for your other house. I mean, you're cutting out the middlemen, but you're also cutting out a lot of the legalities that would have kind of backed you up in court, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You should not make the swap without seeing the house, doing the inspection like you would do if you were actually buying it. And that's why I recommend using a title and an escrow company, because they'll make sure there aren't mechanics liens or tax liens outstanding that will now become your responsibility. There are some risks there, but certainly it's a viable option for people who don't really have much other choice today.
Swap your job, swap your wives, swap your house. Dani Babb, great to see you.
You too, thanks.
Well, if it wasn't already a major issue, it's